Okay, so you're a little late. I've been waiting for you, but so come on, let's go training. Okay, so today, my workout that I'm gonna do with you is a HIIT workout, and we're gonna do it at this amazing location. I love it here. The sun is shining, but trust me, it is a little bit freezing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a HIIT workout. We're gonna combine it with doing some toning moves as well, which are what I call compound moves. So we're working lots of different muscle groups all at once. It's suitable for every fitness level, so you can train with your friend. Doesn't matter if one's a beginner, one's intermediate, you can do this together with me. What is important, you need to make sure you have warmed up first. So even if you press pause and just march on the spot for a couple of minutes, that's fine. Then when you're ready, I'm waiting for you right here, close to the edge, and then we're going to do my HIIT workout. Workout's going to start in 5 seconds, and I'm going to do it with you in real time. So the first move we're going to start with is the HIIT move. Now we're aiming to do 80 of these. You've got 2 variations. So if you want to do low impact, follow me on the left, and you're just literally marching on the spot, and imagine you're climbing up a ladder. So we're using the arms as well. If you're following me on the right, what I want you to do is just take the knees up high, try and land softly, and again just imagine you're running up a ladder. By adding the arms to this, it's just going to make it a little bit more challenging. So as I said, we're roughly doing about 80 reps, and we're going straight into doing a toning move. We're going to repeat this HIIT move throughout today's workout. Alright, so the next move we're going to call the shooting star, and with this one what you're going to do is you come over and tap that leg behind. So it's like you squat out to the side, and then you're just going to tap your foot on there with your hand. So you come up and over, and what this is doing, you'll really feel this through your inner thighs. So you squat and now bend through that knee. And that's also called, this part now is called a hamstring curl. So you squat and then you squeeze that behind. So we're doing 20 on one leg, then I'm going to take that to the other side. The benefit of this is it's going to tone through those thighs. You're also working through the bottom, so it's a really good calorie burner. So now we're going to work on the opposite leg. So this time now, step it out and now curl that leg behind. So you're going to squat out to the side and then bring that leg behind. So it's quite a small move this, but as I said, it's really good because what we're doing here and throughout today's workout, I want to work the muscles through lots of different ranges of movement, and that's how we get really toned and super sculpted. And it's really important not always just to work the body through a forwards motion. It's good to step it out to the side as well. So you just curl that leg behind, so you squat down and curl behind, and this is really good for the hamstrings as well. Okay, so we're going to come straight back now to your HIIT move. So again, we're doing 80 reps. So you've got a choice here. You can either do the low impact or you can do the high impact. But both these are tough, but this is where this workout is suitable for every single fitness level. And the key thing is, by keeping those arms above heart level, we're just working cardiovascularly, we're making it a little bit more challenging. As always, remember, try and keep those tummy muscles tight because that's going to support your back, and try and land as softly as you can. So the next move coming up, we're going to do some lunges. Extend your arms out in front, and what I want you to do, it's really important when you lunge, make sure that knee in front, if you just watch mine, see how it stays behind the line of my toes. And what I want you to do is you lunge forwards, take those arms out to the side, and we're doing 20 of these. Now why I've called them Lucy's lunges is because I hate to waste a lunge and just do lower body. Let's work the upper body as well. So just really open the arms out wide, keep the tummy tight, lunge nice and low for me. Make sure that knee is staying way behind the line of the toes. Just watch my technique here. It's so important to lunge with good form. Okay, that's good, keeping that going. So we're just doing 20 of these in total. Again, squeeze back through the arms, so working through the shoulder blades, working the upper body. Alright, so we're now straight back to that HIIT move again. So you're going to get ready to take that up for me. So it's around 80 reps on this one. Keeping that going. And again, always just try and land softly. Think about the benefits. So this is getting that heart rate up. It's making your lungs stronger, your heart stronger. You're going to be feeling great. You're going to be looking amazing. And we've got, in total, we've got 7 toning moves. So we've already got 2. We've just got 5 left to go after this. And this is what we're doing. In between each toning move is doing this HIIT move. Okay, so the next one coming up, we're going to call unicorn kick. So you're going to stand and lift that leg out to the side. You're going to aim to do 20. Now, if you want to, you can place your hand by a wall just for balance. You just lift up and back. So what we're doing now, again, we're working what I call a lateral movement. So we're toning through the inside and the outside of the thighs. You will also feel that in your supporting leg. Also make sure that that leg isn't completely locked out. Keep a slight bend in the knee, as you can see here. So you just lift and then lower. Let's now take that to the other leg. So take your time to come into position. And now let's get ready. So we lift it up. So we're just doing 20 repetitions of this. Lift it out to the side. Work to your fullest range of movement. Lifting that through. That's good. Keeping that going. And you will actually feel this in both legs. You feel it in your standing leg. Sometimes you feel it in the standing leg more than you do on the leg you're lifting out to the side. That's why doing exercises without weights, without being in the gym, I much prefer, because I find them so much more effective. Okay, so we're straight back up to your hip move now. So again, you can either be marching on the spot and taking those arms up. So just imagine you're climbing up a ladder. So again, we're doing your 80 repetitions on this. So this is, as I said, this is where we're getting the heart rate up. We're also going to be burning more calories. And this is where we're going for little spikes of doing more intense training to then doing more toning. Okay, that's good. All right, well done. So the next move coming up now, we're going to work on those arms. So what I want you to do is extend your arms out to the side and now do tiny rotations, circular rotations. We're going to work in one direction for 50 counts. Then we're going to change direction and take it back the opposite way for 50. What I want you to focus on doing whilst you're doing this is trying to aim to keep those fingertips in line with your shoulders. Don't let your arms drop. And you can actually stand still. I'm too hyperactive to ever stand still, so I just choose to march on the spot. That's good. So keeping that going. This is really nice for shaping through the top of the shoulders and through the triceps. Okay. Well done. Let's keep that going. All right, so now let's go 50 reps. Let's take that back into the opposite direction. And also this gives the legs a little bit of a breather for before we come on to the next exercise. So keeping that going. Again, just make sure that you haven't let those hands drop. You know, if you're ever doing these exercises, really good if you have got a little mirror, just invest in a mirror that you can put on the wall, just because sometimes it's really hard if you can't see to see if your arms have dropped position. Okay, well done. So we're straight back now to those ladder runs on there for that hip move. So again, you're doing approximately 80 repetitions on here. You can either do it where you're jogging on the spot. If you are, just always try and make sure you land as softly as you can for me. Well done, you're doing really well. And remember, it's really important on this one to put in 100%. So if you're doing the low impact, which is still tough, which is, you know, don't forget how challenging these workouts are. But as said, it's still suitable for beginners. You know, this is where the minute we start training, you're going to get fitter every day anyway. So the next exercise, what we call the booty squeeze, you're going to just bring one leg, so it's like you're crunching the knee up, then squeeze the leg behind. Again, if you want to for balance, you could just hold onto the wall or a chair on this one. So make sure that supporting leg is slightly bent for me. You're just doing 10 repetitions. You will find you have one side you have better balance on than the other. That was my good side. Now you see how many attempts I have to do here to get balance. But I thought it was important to actually keep this in because, you know, we're always going to have one side that we're stronger on, and that's where it's really important to do exercises where you're working one leg at a time. That's good. So you just squeeze behind and draw that knee in front. Whilst you're doing this, just be aware of really keeping those abdominals pulled in tight as well. One, that's going to protect your back, but also that just means we're doing a little bit of an ab workout at the same time. Okay, so we know we're straight back now into that hip move. So again, this is about putting in 100% effort on here. This is where we're going to increase that intensity, because that's all about HIIT training, which stands for high intensity interval training. Doesn't have to be high impact, it just means you're going to get that heart rate up. Okay, you're doing really well. We've just got 2 toning exercises, so we're nearly done on today's workout. So let's just keep going, keep focused. Okay, Alright, so the next move that we're going to be doing is what I call the superstar squats. So stay in a low squat. Now just tap that leg back behind. You're just doing 20 reps here. Now again with this one, just make sure those knees do not come over the line of the toes. So as you can see here, my knees are behind, and just squat that low. So you're keeping it low. You'll really feel this in the thighs, but remember, the more toned these muscles are, the more calories your body burns. Okay, you're doing really well. So you're staying in that low squat, tap it back, alternating from leg to leg. That's good, keeping that going. Well done. So squat low, step behind, and let's bring that straight back up to your hip move again. So remember, if you're following me on the left, doing the lower intensity one, just make sure you keep those arms nice and high, keep the back straight, tummy tight, knees as high as you can. If you're following me on the right, try and land as softly as you can on the ground. And still keep working with those arms, taking them up. And as said, when you come to doing normal jogging on the spot, that's going to feel so easy after training like this. Okay, so we've got the last toning move coming up now, which I call the ballerina jump. So have your arms crossed over your chest. Now if you want to, follow me on the left, you're doing 20 reps. You're doing a low intensity plie squat. If you're following me on the right, you jump into a plie, jump straight up and back out. So where this is really targeting, it's targeting your glutes, it's toning through your thighs. You're also going to be increasing your calorie burn here on this one. And by crossing the arms and the chest means you're just having to work completely through the lower body. So normally if we have the arms out to the side, when they're swinging, that kind of the momentum helps a little bit. So last exercise today, you're doing your last 80 reps of these. So let's put 100% effort into it. It's the last bit of today's workout. Keeping that going. You're doing really well. And just think, we will have toned all over, increased your fitness level, increased your health. You're going to feel amazing. You're going to be toning up, and it's just a win-win situation when it comes to fitness. That's good. And last couple. Cool. Okay, girls, well done. That is the workout complete. So what we want to do now is cool down. And here's an interesting thing. A lot of people, when they've been challenged, if they've run or they've done a workout, they tend to go like that. It's actually the worst thing to do because it compresses your lung capacity. So the best thing to do actually is just circle through those shoulders, just open it up. So what we'll do, let's just march on the spot. We're just going to slowly bring that heart rate down, and then actually this time now I'm just going to go through doing the stretches with you. So the first stretch we want to do is a calf stretch, and you're going to do that by just taking one leg back. So you take the heel down on the ground, place your hands on that bent leg in front, and I want you just to feel the stretch in that calf muscle, holding it there. The point of stretching is it realigns your body afterwards. A lot of us skip stretching, but you know what's really important to do? Okay, so make sure you can feel it. If you can't feel it, lean into it a little bit further. All right, let's change legs. Let's take that to the other leg, bring it back, step that behind. Again, make sure you can feel that in that calf muscle. Okay, that's good, holding it there. And again, this stretch, you want to hold it for about 10 seconds. So from that one, we're now going to come to stretch the hamstring. So this time, I want you just to bend, extend this leg in front. Hands are always on the bent leg, not on the straight leg. Sort of stick the bottom up in the air, and you want to feel it through here. Toes are flexed, holding that there. This one you can hold for a little bit longer, about 15 seconds. And we've done a lot of work for that area, and hamstrings tend to be a little bit tight, so it's a good area to stretch. Okay, let's hold it another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come up, let's take that to the other leg. So you bend this leg is extended, toes flexed up, hands on the bent leg. Stick the bottom out, and by doing that, you're then lengthening, by pushing that up, you're lengthening through that hamstring. So again, this one, you would hold it for 15 seconds. Okay. All right, let's hold it another 5. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. So the next one, you might want to use a wall or chair for balance. Fingers crossed I can do it, because if we're not, I'm going to get wet. We're going to do a quad stretch. So on here, you take the leg up, hold it there, and just feel that stretch through the front of the thigh. It's important, that supporting knee here is slightly bent. Never lock it out, always have a slight bend in it, and make sure you can feel that stretch through the front of the thigh. Keep that pelvis area tucked under, tummy in. This one you only need to hold for about 10 seconds. Let's change to the opposite leg. Again, shoulders put back, pull back, always have good posture. Hold that there. Knee soft, so remember that knee is slightly bent, tummy in. Feeling that all through the front of the thigh. Okay, and now we'll just do a chest stretch and a back stretch. So let's just lift the shoulders up, stretch that behind. You want to feel that all through here. This is good if you also do a lot of work on a desk, on a computer. So just feel that through. And then we're going to do the opposite now. We're going to bring the arms in front. Imagine you're hugging a big beach ball here. Holding that there. Okay, and this is good for the top and the back, which actually when we were doing those shoulder rotations, we'd have worked through there. And then we're going to do one, taking the arm up, behind, feel that all through the tricep. Look at that view, so nice. I forgot to bring any bread. Anyway. Okay, girls, there you go. That is your workout done. Your stretch is done, everything. Make sure you drink some water. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and let me know if you've got any comments or just in general how you're getting on with your training. Girl power.